Getting rich is not about luck, inheritance, or a high salary. It's about habits. Poor habits keep you poor. Rich habits make you rich, slowly, quietly, consistently. Most people never learn the difference. In this video, I'll show you the habits that quietly make people rich, without them even realizing it. Habit number 1. Track every expense, the most important first step. Before we can control or reduce expenses, we need to know exactly where our money is going. Expense tracking gives us clarity and control. When we regularly record our expenses, we become aware of unnecessary spending. We can identify patterns and problem areas. We make informed financial decisions. For example, if you realize from your records that you are spending $800 to $900 every month on food delivery, you can consciously decide to reduce it. You can track expenses using Excel or Google Sheets Notes app on your phone. Budgeting apps. Why this works? Research shows that people who track expenses are significantly more likely to stay within budget because awareness itself reduces overspending. Habit number 2. Buy only what is truly necessary. Many of our expenses happen not because of need, but because of habit or convenience. Developing the habit of buying only what we genuinely need helps prevent waste. For example, food. Ordering extra food even when you know you won't finish it often leads to wastage. If you are alone, order a smaller portion. If portions are large, consider sharing food and the bill with someone. Let me give you one more example: groceries. Buying groceries in bulk without checking actual consumption often results in expired or spoiled items. Eventually, money saved from avoiding waste is money earned, without additional effort. Habit number 3. Avoid buying high-value goods with unused features. Not every premium product is necessary. Often we pay extra for features we will never use. For example, buying an iPhone base version instead of the Pro version when you are not going to do professional level photography. You will not use advanced performance features. Let me give you one more example. Buying a high-end laptop meant for gaming or video editing when your usage is limited to emails, browsing, and Excel. In short, choose the product that meets 100% of your needs, not one that offers 150% features you won't use. Habit number 4. Avoid impulse buying. Impulse buying usually comes from emotions, not logic. A simple pause can protect your finances. You can do this. Wait 24 hours before buying any non-essential item. For example, you see a jacket on sale and feel tempted to buy it immediately. Wait. After 24 hours, you may realize you already have similar jackets. You don't really need it right now. Psychological studies show that emotional excitement reduces decision-making ability. Delaying a purchase restores rational thinking. Habit number 5. Be careful while lending money to non-reliable people. They could be your friends or relatives. Lending money itself is not bad, but lending money to people who consistently fail to return it can disturb both finances and relationships. For example, lending small amounts repeatedly that never return, covering expenses with promises like "I'll return later" that never happen. If lending causes stress or resentment, it becomes financially and emotionally expensive. It's okay to politely say no. Habit number 6. Reduce unnecessary subscriptions. Subscriptions are small amounts individually, but collectively, they create a big impact. For example, taking subscriptions for multiple OTT platforms that get used rarely, paying for a gym membership but not using it for months, paid apps that already have free alternatives. So what should you do? Review subscriptions every 2 months. See whether you are using them or not. If not, stop paying for them. Keep only what you actively use. Share OTT plans within a family where possible. Unused subscriptions are silent money leaks. We often forget they even exist. Habit number 7. Respect every penny, even if it looks small. Small amounts ignored repeatedly can add up to a significant amount over time. For example, if your cab bill is $2.99 and you pay $3 just to round off, avoid paying extra for convenience when not required. Choose exact recharge plans instead of higher ones that remain unused. Saving money is not about amounts. It's about mindset and discipline. Habit number 8, share collective expenses whenever possible. When expenses are shared fairly, individual financial pressure reduces significantly. For example, if you are traveling with friends, split cab fare equally, order food together instead of separately, and split the expenses. Same for group internet or OTT plans. Collective sharing helps reduce duplication of cost and promotes financial fairness. Habit number 9. Use cashbacks and discounts wisely. Discounts should be used as a benefit, not a reason to spend. For example, buying something just because it offers cashback, even when you don't need the product, leads to unnecessary spending. A better way. If you already need groceries or essentials, applying available cashback is smart. Habit number 10. Compare prices before buying. A small habit of price comparison can lead to long-term savings. For example, check prices on multiple apps before booking a cab or buying electronics or any other products. Compare prices between online and offline shops or platforms. Look for local alternatives also. Fact is, even a $1 to $2 difference per purchase can add up to thousands annually. Rich people don't become rich overnight. Most of the time, wealth is built through small habits repeated consistently over years. The good news is, these habits are simple. Anyone can start them today. The question is, will you?